Storm Tracker 7 weather is presented by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Happy 4th of July to you. Storm Tracker 7 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Booth here. We are looking at a warm one right now. We are at 84 degrees in Wheeling, 87 up in Steubenville, looking at 87 over in Cambridge, 90 in Caldwell. So it's hot across the area. It wasn't too muggy out there today. It was a little warm, but if you got in the shade, it wasn't too bad. You can see the winds have backed off in town. We got some pretty light winds out there, anywhere from about 0 to 6 miles an hour across the area, 7-mile-per-hour winds down in St. Mary's. And as we look at your satellite and your radar imagery, not a whole lot out there. We're going to be looking at a really nice night outside tonight. So if you have any outdoor plans, you are in luck. I will tell you that we'll have great weather for the fireworks. Should have good weather for any of those cookouts you're doing, anything sort of a party you're having. Looking pretty good. We'll widen out and take a look at what's going on with the bigger picture. Yep, you can see lots of clear sky across the area. And what we have happening is high pressure is just kind of dominating the central portion of the country. And as it does, well, it's bringing us that stable sinking air, which is why it's so nice out there. But on what is known as the backside of the high, basically on the western edge of it, the western edge, I should say, the heat and humidity levels, they are soaring basically on the backside of this high. And what happens is they circulate in a clockwise fashion in the northern hemisphere, which is why we've had our winds out of the northwest or the west the past couple of days, because we're out ahead of it. Well, as this drifts off to the east, it's going to be shifting the winds. That's going to be bringing in a little more heat and a little more humidity. But one thing we have going for us is that the storm track, that's going to stay pretty far north, because the storm track will be staying north on Saturday and on Sunday. We're looking at a similar setup. That storm track will be up to the north, so we should stay fairly dry through the weekend. But we are keeping our eye out on what's going on across the Central Plains on Sunday. We're going to have a system with a trailing cold front that is going to be making its way across the Central Plains. This will be making a run at us by Monday. That's going to bring us the next best chance for rain throughout the area. On Monday, we'll see some scattered showers, few storms as this front rolls through, and those temperatures will come down a little bit. It won't be quite as muggy either out behind it. But over the next couple of days, probably going to want to spend some time outdoors. You are going to want to have that sunblock handy. Tomorrow, we have a UV index of 10. That is very high. Skin damage for some in as little as 20 minutes. Put on that sunblock to make sure you don't get sunburned. You don't want to show up for work on Sunday looking like on Monday rather, looking like a lobster. Here's what we have happening though out there tonight. You can see any clouds that are around. They're moving on out of here, stopping the clock at 10. A lot of the fireworks going off, looking fantastic, dry as well. By the time we hit 7 a.m., looking pretty good. Sunshine to start. We'll get a couple of clouds bubbling up into the afternoon, but all in all, a really nice day out there. Plenty of sunshine, and we have a really nice evening tomorrow. It's going to be warmer though. Going to be a shade muggier out there tomorrow. A little more so on your Sunday. So we're hitting a high of 90 tomorrow rather, as we drop down to the mid-60s tonight, low to mid-60s across the area. 91 on Sunday, again a little muggier throughout the weekend, especially on Sunday. So our real feel temperatures are going to be in the mid-90s, maybe even the upper 90s by Sunday afternoon. 88 degrees as we head on into your Monday with the chance for showers and some storms. And it looks like we are going to be tracking the threat for some more rain at times early on Tuesday, with a chance for a few showers, pop-up spotty ones on Wednesday. Thursday, we're talking about highs in the low to mid 80s. Same story on Friday, and a little drier.